he doesn't know any better. You know, he's not going to control himself when he's not in pain and he feels like he can do things, he's going to try. And we've got to make sure that he's in a safe environment where he can't do that. But overall, his care is going to be pretty straightforward. And the main thing is giving him his meds, which right now is kind of a long list, but gradually it's going to become less and less. Most of those are going to, run out, and many of them don't need to be refilled and that kind of thing. So it seems like a lot, but it'll become easier with time, and he takes them very easily. He's not hard about it. He can just hide it in a little bit of food, and he's glad to take it. The urine is the one other real important thing to keep track of. So he can't completely, fully empty his bladder 100%. He ends up dribbling urine, a little bit here and there. So we definitely want to be helping him, with expressions to make sure that his bladder doesn't get very distended. For the most part, it hasn't been getting very distended, which is good.
Because it's dribbling, right?
Because mostly as he's making it, it's kind of dribbling out, but still 3 or 4 times a day I want you to check and make sure it's not big. And Ethan will bring him in and show you how to do that.
Okay, good. That's what we need.
Yeah, we'll give you some lessons, and if anything, call us if there's any issues. Okay. But there's a little bit of a learning curve at first. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just mashing on things, and I don't know what I'm doing. But it gets easier with time. But really, if his bladder is full, you'll be able to tell once you've done it a couple times. When it's not full, you'll be able to tell it. For instance, there'll be a little water balloon in there. It is important when you're expressing his bladder that he not fall during that process. Right. That's going to be the trickier part in his case, is trying to prop him up, have him not run away from you, but also use 2 hands to express his bladder without making him fall. But just go slow, take your time, and you'll figure it out, and he'll also get more used to it, and it'll get easier. Unfortunately, with the leaking of urine, it is hard to not let some of that get on him. And obviously, urine is very, very caustic, so you're going to have to clean him constantly.
Baby wipes? Baby wipes, okay?
Baby wipes. The other thing we've been doing is, and particularly the first couple times, some urine gets on the skin, even if it's just for a really short period of time. At first, the skin really reacts. So his belly's kind of red, the inside of his thighs are a little bit red. The skin kind of toughens up over time, and overall, there'll be less and less of a reaction, if it's on there just for a short period of time. But right now it's a little bit red. It'll get less red over time. We've got, sort of, right now we're alternating between sort of Desitin and this Neopretif, which is this, it's kind of like baby powder, but it's infused with antibiotics and a little bit of anti-inflammatory, and kind of squirting that on there, kind of rubbing it about kind of as a astringent to kind of dry out the moisture. Because the reason it, even when you clean it, those little crevices there, of his thighs are unfortunately, a place where moisture likes to take. And
you can't really flip him around, and
exactly.
So you're going to have to while he's
standing position, kind of reach under
in between his creases.
And then alternate between Desitin and the Neopretif. Once the Neopretif runs out, if it's looking like it's overall looking better and it's less inflamed, you can switch to using a little bit of baby powder. But you don't want it caked on so thick that he can reach back and lick it and just a large amount of it, so it's just like a little topping. And overall, that's probably not something that will be necessary lifelong, but in the short term, till his skin toughens up a little bit and he gets.
And we'll get the Desitin cream too. We're going to put a belly band on him.
Yep, just constantly changing it
for
out.
Sure.
So that
the pads
before the pad absorbs to its full capacity. Change it out. That way, it wicks the moisture away immediately. But once it gets full, it'll just rub the moisture on his belly, and it'll actually make it worse. So you want to change it frequently enough before it actually gets overtly filled with urine.
We'll get you a big box, don't worry.
You'll figure it. Most of these things are kind of like basic husbandry things that you'll pick up along on. I mean, it seems overwhelming right now, but you'll pick up on them along the way. And it'll get easier with time. Whether or not he gets bladder function back completely or not, time will tell.
Doctor's saying he doesn't know if he'll get. We're staying hopeful if he's going to get complete control back over the bladder.
Having good control, of the bladder is definitely a goal, and it's good to be optimistic. Like we said before we started, we don't know for sure if that's going to come back, but at least walking is a huge improvement.
And pooping.
And we'll have to see about the urine. And then definitely do still see Dr. Blvd or whichever orthopedist you work with to have a look at his sacrum where it meets sort of his hip, that sacroiliac region. I suspect he's got a little bit of laxity there. And that's part of kind of the lameness when he walks. He kind of shifts a little bit, and I think that's mostly from the pelvic part of things.
Okay.
And she'll be able to tell you what the next step is for that, because they really only do spine, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, they did look at it with the X-rays that they did before sending him here, and they thought cage rest. But again, we'll
double check to be sure.
Double check.
And I think that's probably what they'll say, but
Yeah.
not being an orthopedist.
Right. We'll just double check once he's healed after.
Double check, exactly.
And I'm not going to do that until after I'm done with the 8 weeks with you.
Yeah, and what you can do is if you have a really good relationship with her,
Yeah.
I know you guys use a lot of
Yeah, they're wonderful.
frequently and that kind of thing. You might be able to call, and she might be willing to look at the radiographs
Sure.
if she hasn't already. And also, I can send her the CT scan if she would like.
Oh, could you please?
She may be able to make the recommendation just by looking at
That'd be
that.
great.
She's of course going to want to see him at some point, but it
Right.
might be that she can at least look and tell you, yes, it's okay to wait until the 8 weeks, or no, I want to see
Okay.
you sooner.
Okay.
Because I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
Any time frame on when you think, is there like a definite time of him not getting bladder function back, or?
So with those nerves back there, the challenge is that, even when they do improve, it can take months. And so the more, the greater the number of weeks that go by that he still can't feel the tail, the less and less likely it's going to be that he gets urination back, because those are kind of linked. So one of the things when he comes back in 2 weeks that we're going to recheck is pinching of his tail and seeing if he can feel that. If he still can't at that point, it's becoming less and less likely.
Right.
But even then, that will only be 3 weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
and really, I don't claim that they're as good as they're going to get until they're about 6 months after surgery. So
See?
time will tell.
Yeah.
Positive.
For sure. But so far, he's done as well as we could hope for. I'm very pleased with how he's doing, particularly with regards to walking, which was the number one goal that we felt we could probably
Mhm.
achieve. I think we've done that successfully, and even that's going to take more weeks to see the full effect. But overall, he's comfortable. He's getting around without assistance.
And at one
He's
time,
got some
when
lameness, and I think that's mostly pelvic. At this
Okay.
point, it's less spinal. But if the cage rest helps with SI lux, that will also help with the little limp thing that he has going
Okay.
on.
And how long before he can actually be a dog?
Yeah, at least 8 weeks,
Okay.
if not 12.
Okay.
We'll be guiding you along the way. I want to see him at 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
And also, at 7 or 8 weeks from now.
Okay.
Before he's released from cage rest.
Okay.
And at that visit, we'll talk about kind of the transition, because he won't go straight from pure cage rest
To free.
to doing whatever he wants. It's going to be a gradual transition of building him up to being a normal dog.
Okay.
He will forever be fragile, though. So we want to, obviously, the goal is to let him be a dog at some point.
Oh,
let
he
him
will
enjoy
be
himself.
forever be fragile.
But he will always be fragile, because the difference with the spine compared to, if you break your leg and someone puts it back together, the implants are only needed for a few months, and then the bones actually heal.
Mhm.
In the spine, the bones don't actually heal together,
Oh,
because
wow.
they're separate bones, right? So if they become dislodged from each other, well, our implant's holding it back together, but the bones don't really fuse. We're artificially doing that with all of our implants.
How
All of them.
cautious do you have to
The
be?
most high risk thing is stairs, jumping on and off of furniture, getting bulldozed by another dog. Real high impact things are the things that we have to try to avoid.
Okay.
Right now we're avoiding everything for at least
Right.
8 weeks, but long term those are the higher impact things. So he's not going to be a good candidate for going to a dog park, or to
No.
one of the foster homes that has 10 dogs we have
Right.
to play rough with or something
Right.
like that. He's going to need kind of a little bit of a
Quiet.
more sedentary lifestyle long
Okay.
term. But the most fragile period is the first 8 to 12 weeks. At the 2-week visit, he doesn't need any testing. It's just a neurologic exam to make sure
Okay.
he's comfy, take out his stitches, make sure he's improved, and pinch his tail. At the 8-week visit, he should have at least x-rays to look at his implants before we release him from rest, and make sure everything is still where I put
Okay.
it and that there's no issues. If we can't tell, sometimes we do have to CT scan them to get kind of a 3-dimension of the screws and everything that's in there. But a lot of times I can tell from an x-ray, which is easier for you and easier for him, because he doesn't have to be sedated, and it's cheap.
Okay.
But we'll start with that and decide. But that'll be at the 8-week visit. At the 2-week visit, it'll just be having a look at him. And that's free.
Okay. This is what goes into rescuing a dog.
You guys are doing great, though. I appreciate your dedication. Questions?
Mm-mm.
You might think of things as
Oh,
you
I'm
go down.
sure.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Once you're actually getting him home and taking care of him, you'll
Yeah.
think of all the things you meant to ask. Just call. There's a nurse available to phone 24 hours a day. If they can't answer your question, they'll get in touch with me.
Okay.
Yes. This is the second video. We're waiting for Bobby. This is the surgeon, wonderful surgeon that did his surgery. And yes, these are all his pain meds that he's on. Like, is he on pain med?
He definitely does. And he's very comfortable. He enjoys his pain medication. It doesn't seem to be anything.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Ethan, we'll bring him in.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Thank you,
You're
doctor.
welcome. Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you. Nice to see you again.
Thank you so much. Oof, that's a lot to take in. Wow. None of this was told to me over the phone. He's doing great. He's great, but it's so much. Poor baby. Everybody, this is Amy here at the hospital where Bobby received his surgery. That was Dr. DePompa who did the surgery. And we were just going over everything. I had a video prior to this one, and it got cut off. So this is my second video, so you might want to go back and look at the first one. It had a lot of information as far as what Bobby's needs and cares, and he just kept going when he came in, and now they're going to bring Bobby in. We've been dying to see him. We haven't seen him since the day we dropped him off here. They didn't want any visitors. I'm sorry you're staring at a stool right now, but... and then over here, this is Christy. Christy is one of our newer volunteers, and she is going to be fostering. You okay with this?
Mm-hmm.
You feeling overwhelmed a little bit?
Yeah, it's a lot, but we'll get him taken care of.
Figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So we're just waiting. I'm overwhelmed myself. It's a lot. It's not what I was told or expected, so it's a lot to just swallow right now. But we're gonna stay positive and hopeful, and we'll take it one day at a time, right?
Yep.
Together.
Yep.
One day at a time for Bobby. He deserves it. They did say when we came in here they're fighting over him, how wonderful he is, and we know that. So now we're just waiting for them to bring him in so we can see him. Anticipation is killing us. I'm not going to shut this off, guys, because then to come back again, you're going to lose a second video. So I'm just going to let it keep running until we can have him come in here. I know they were bathing him, cleaning him up. He gets kind of like little sit baths. He can't get his stitches or staples wet, and those are going to come off in about 2 weeks, he said. So we have to bring him back here in 2 weeks. And then another probably 6 weeks, another checkup and an x-ray to make sure. He's always going to have a basically a calm life. He's not going to be able to run and jump on and off couches and stairs, according to what Dr. DePompa said. So, you know, he's very special. He's just a ray of light and sunshine and just makes you smile. But we want to do what's best for him. So we'll see what happens one day at a time. Thanks for sitting with us and being so patient. We'll put the PayPal link up. Unfortunately, I wish they did, but this hospital does not allow payments to be called in. So if you want to call in where we have an outstanding balance for him, you can. The number is 954-771-0156. Tell them you'd like to donate for Bobby and 100 plus. Be greatly appreciated, because this is just very overwhelming, to say the least. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I was on a high when I got here. I was flying here. Couldn't wait to get here. And I still can't wait to see him. My heart hurts. Still staying positive, very excited, but my heart hurts. Just for all that he's been through and all that he has to still continue to go through. First of all, I'm not a cage person. I hate cages, but that makes it really, really hard. My dogs sleep in my bed, so he can never sleep in a bed, basically, off with a person. He can have a bed next to a bed. Can't be on couches, because if he fell off, then it could destroy him and undo everything that has been done. But he's so special. I cannot elaborate on how special this boy is, Bobby. I just can't. We're waiting, Wendy. We just went through 2 doctors talking to us and going over all the meds and the care and what he needs. And now we're waiting for them to bring Bobby in. And then we have to pay the remaining of the balance. I don't know what that is, but we've already put down $7,000. And they even mentioned possible more x-rays and things that down the line, and possible another CT scan. So we need to be prepared for this. This is a lot that we don't have and didn't have when I said yes to him. No regrets. 954-771-0156. You can call the animal hospital and tell them you'd like to make a donation for Bobby, under 100 plus abandoned dogs. Come in. Oh, still not here.
I thought you were going to have Bobby.
Oh, no.
That I'm going to go over with you before I leave here, because I have a video running.
Okay. Oh.
That's the bill, right? What's the total? What do I owe right now?
3,052.
$3,052. Okay. Thank you. So we owe $3,052. We already paid $7,000. So please, 954-771-0156. Please make a donation for Bobby. 100 plus. Tell them you want to make a donation on our account. We have an outstanding balance there for, I think, $13,000. So it would be great to help out. We're trying, Alice. We're trying. We love your prayers, love your support. But guys, if everybody could donate and call in $5, I'm not kidding. $5 a donation, it will help. Everything adds up. I can tell you that I'm not sleeping at night with worry because of all these vet bills. And how am I going to get there? How am I going to make his bill? How am I going to pay his bill? Just everybody pick up the phone and just call in. Even if it's $5. Give up a cup of coffee. It's for Bobby. 954-771-0156. You love us. You support us. We thank you, but the posts, you're all angels. God bless you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But we can't continue without your support by donating. That's the reality. Thank you in advance, Jody. Christy hasn't said a word. Christy's like, oh my God, what am I doing here?
No.
I'm only kidding.
Just
You're just
getting him home.
processing, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry. Listen, I'm going to put this on Christy now. If she don't
No.
mind. Yes, she is an angel sent. Exactly, Meredith. $5 adds up. If everybody could call it in, 954-771-0156. So, you know, I'm literally like 7-8 minutes from Christy. So whatever she needs, no matter what day, what time, we're going to be there. She's not doing this alone. But I mean, Bobby's going to be staying with her. The best part is that she works from home, but it's still, this is a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I'm, you know, I think because it's so much, but I think once you get past the crate, because you have to.
Yeah.
Once we set him up in that room,
Yeah.
and put a little radio on, and once you put the meds up and you have a routine, and we get down, but after we do it one time together, we get the belly band on him, buy a big old box of overnight pads, and just change it out as often, whatever. If it's wet, change it out. We'll get you new pads.
Yeah.
And carrying him out to the grass, you know, you close your office door, you put your dogs away, you take him slowly. He's only going to be out there for 10-15 minutes at a time. Put him on the grass with the leash and the harness. compress a little bit, stand with him for 10 minutes, carry him back in, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
3 to 5 times a day?
Yeah.
That's it. And it'll go by fast. I'm telling you, I know this dog. I feel it. He's gonna pee on his own. I know it. I know it.
He was before the surgery.
The day before the surgery, he was peeing. The day that we brought him in, he was trying to stand up and peeing on his own. Please, dear God, tell me this is Bobby. Yes, come in.
Oh, there he is.
Dear's my boy. I don't want to get you too excited. Hello, baby.
No.
I missed you. I missed you, Bobby. I love you. Hello, handsome. Hello, my sweet. I love you. I love you. Oh. Is Chris? I know. I'm sorry. I'll try to be quiet.
It's okay.
Oh my God. No jump. No. See that? I don't want it.
Here.
Let me get down. Up. Okay.
So he moves like he's
I know, but we
perfectly
can't.
normal. Right, exactly. That's what's that I mean.
Hi,
He feels
baby.
100%, but he definitely needs the restrictions.
Hi, buddy.
You might have to give him the meds to keep him calm, man,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, too
'Cause
much
he's feeling
excitement
too-
today. Yes.
He's feeling too good.
Yeah.
Hi. You didn't give him any of the calming meds today, did you?
I didn't.
Can we give him one before we leave in the
Of
car?
course.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him home and with.
Okay.
You can do, a half tablet of trazodone and the diazepam.
Okay.
You love me, and I love you. Yes. Yeah. I know. You're so happy. Are you saying thank you, Amy? Are you saying thank you? I know. So I want him to walk, but I don't want him to jump.
I know.
No.
That's,
Yeah, so that's
I don't
going
want
to
him
be
to fall
That's the
over.
challenge.
Yeah.
he can get his highs right now, and then we need to relax.
Okay, relax. Shh. I'm right here. I love you. I love you.
Yeah, you can see the fur's already coming
Coming
back
back
in,
over the
yeah.
incision.
Yeah.
Is that how big the incision was right there?
Yeah, just like that.
Wow. And it got the stitches. Does he need a cone on or no?
No, he hasn't shown any interest
Fantastic.
in picking at it or anything. And I don't think he'll reach
Fantastic.
anyway.
I have a cone that'll fit him at home though.
If he needs it, if he goes at
I
it.
don't think he will, but
Okay.
otherwise it's safe to have
That will
it.
stress him out even more, but it's good to have it.
Yeah.
I love you, Munchkin. I know. I
Have you known him for a long time?
No, I only had him, like a week and a half before he
Yeah.
brought him here?
Oh, okay.
We had such a connection.
We just spent a lot of time.
I was
sitting
living
with
at the
them.
animal hospital
Yeah.
day and I was like, till the second they closed. I couldn't
Oh, wow.
leave him. I was running out. He wouldn't eat food, so I was running to Boston Market, drive-through every day, twice a day. And he would sit and eat chicken. I love him so much.
Oh, I know.
He's the best. He's such a beautiful soul, this dog.
Oh.
You sound like a horse. Okay.
Okay.
Be quiet. We need soundscape music, spa music. Yes, no SpongeBob's. Relax. I know. No jumping. I'm right here. Okay.
Hi. So he does need to, so he's leaking a little bit now,
Okay.
just so you
And
know.
he's okay.
Yeah. It's okay, buddy.
Good boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the belly band.
Okay. I'm gonna get some baby wipes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
It's all right, buddy.
Relax.
It's okay.
So I'm gonna show you the expressions in just a second.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Do you want to
down
peep?
a little first.
Okay. It's all right,
And I have
sweetie.
pee pads as well. I can show you.
Okay. I wanted to get you all excited, but I can't, Bobby. I can't even talk all high pitched like I want to. I can't. I gotta keep you calm, buddy.
Oh boy.
That's my boy. That's my Bobby.
And how lengthy is your application process to adopt?
How lengthy? So basically.
I'm sure everyone wants them now.
Basically, it's the meet and greet. We do the very thorough home check. Work schedule, check out the house. That's pretty much it. If they have any other dogs, which I would not put him in a home with anything other than small,
Okay.
no big dogs. I wouldn't take the chance because what Dr. DePomp was saying was even after he's healed, he has to lead a very quiet life. So I don't want to take any chance of a dog just even trying to play with him with a heavy paw,
Nice quiet home.
Quiet home would be amazing. And what stinks is, my dogs sleep in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
He can't do that.
Yeah.
If he ever tried to jump down.
Right.
Is that forever?
Potentially not. He's, as we enforce these restrictions, obviously he's going to want to jump and play and whatnot, but, he's going to get the point that, he simply can't, and doesn't mean he's going to live a deprived life, just a careful one.
Right.
And so over time, I think he's going to be able to get used to, hey, I can't jump off the bed, and I can't jump off the couch. So we can make things like putting ramps on the bed so they can walk up and down safely if they do. So,
okay. And what about normal going for walks once he's
eventually
healed?
he will
He can?
be able to,
Okay.
as long as everything's stable.
Hi, handsome. I love
But
you.
the first things first, he's going to need to go to an orthopedist.
Sure, and we will do that.
And
actually, Dr. DePompa said he was going to send the CT scan to Dr. Blvd for her to look at it.
Right.
If you could remind him to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Where are you going?
Where are you hiding?
So don't freak out a bit. When you feel his hips,
They
you're
crunch.
going to feel crunching
Yeah.
and cracking. So don't be super alarmed by that.
Okay.
And that's what you have to do is when you're when compressing, you're going to feel...
Yeah, so when we're expressing the bladder...
Expressing, sorry.
No worries. When we're expressing the bladder, there's a couple of things on it. One trick is...
Yes, no children in a household at all. 0 kids.
It's constant pressure. So the anatomy-wise, you have the bladder, and then it comes out at the end through the urethra. So you kind of have to push because it comes almost in like a C or a U shape rather. So just a quick push isn't going to get it all the way out. It's constant pressure. So it's a little easier with him, but the same applies for every dog, be it a Rottweiler or a Chihuahua. So come here, buddy.
You know what time it is?
And he's very good about it. He used to put up a little bit of a fuss, but lately he's been very good.
Of course he will, because we're here, though.
Alrighty, so I would say in a normal dog, you can do it on his side or standing up like this. I think for his condition, it works best with him standing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, as you can see, he was leaking earlier, so it's not going to be the best demonstration just because he may not have much left in there. But you're going to want to feel for the last rib, and you can kind of see it pretty obviously in him. It's about right here.
Right.
And from that point down is where you'll start to feel somewhat of a balloon, and that's the bladder. So it's a lot of touching and feeling. So go to the last rib, and then kind of palpate his abdomen and kind of feel for a balloon. You'll feel a couple of things there, but the most prominent thing would be a balloon. Yep.
It's coming. Look at that, she's a natural.
Hey.
Christy's a natural.
There we go.
It's still coming.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So I don't expect you to have much, well, obviously if you do, you do, but I don't expect to have much trouble, and you have diazepam on top of that if you do happen to have some issues with it.
He's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, 3, 4, 5 times a day for almost a week now.
Goodness,
A little over a
you had to
week now.
go. He's
Yeah.
still going.
But you see what he's saying about it dripping, and
Yes.
Right.
yeah, so you have to clean up the paws.
Exactly. We definitely,
Do you
it's
wanna-
a big importance, to check it.
Yeah, I think he's done, but
It's just a big importance to keep him clean and dry.
Yeah, so he doesn't get any rashes.
So if you kind of see around here, he does, it is a bit red,
Yeah.
right? It was worse before sitting. Feel, a little bit of bumps and the rash, and that's what all the medications we have on there for. We have antibiotics, not only for his incision to keep him safe, but in addition to that, it helps here, and we have the powder and whatnot. So, one thing with the baby wipes, just working here day in and day out, expressing bladders, baby wipes aren't a substitute for a real bath. I think it's good for cleaning up a bit of messes, but I think it causes a lot of irritation. So I would use it sparingly, just initial
maybe
clean
a wet
and wipe.
washcloth.
A wet
would be-
washcloth, something that's not too irritating.
Right.
Really.
What kind of soap would you recommend?
Always dog shampoo.
Only. Okay.
Yeah, only.
Okay.
We use
Like no perfumes or anything like that.
no, they're not necessary, and just something simple to get the job done. Nothing that's really soapy, because
Right.
it's just a quick clean
Yeah.
down here.
Right.
Right.
Hi, handsome.
Yeah, calm down a little now.
Yep, see, he was just excited to see us for
Yeah.
5 seconds.
And so a couple of things about, bladder care. When the bladder's full, and it hasn't really been the case in him, but when it's full, it's like when you really have to use the restroom, it's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And really when you're expressing a bladder, it shouldn't cause any pain.
I think he's
just
gonna poop.
discomfort. When you're,
He might poop. Gonna go poopies?
if you've really had to use the restroom and you bump into something, that gut feeling, that's kind of what it feels like.
Right.
It really shouldn't be painful.
Okay.
Hi, gorgeous. Look at you. Don't jump. Whatever you do, don't jump. No. What'd I say? What'd I say? No jumpies. You're a good boy.
Are there any other questions? I did want to show you one more thing.
Yes.
It's going to be passive range of motion. So it's a little bit of light physical therapy. Now, Dr. DePompa has expressed his concerns for fractures and stabilizations and whatnot. We don't like to send them to actual rehabilitation facilities. So we're going to just do really light, it's called passive range of motion, or PROM. And he'll not only need it in his pelvic limbs or his back legs. And I'll show you it. He walks around pretty well, but since he's going to be confined, we want to prevent muscle atrophy. So we're going to do just basically light exercise with him to keep his muscles going. So, again, you can do this laying down or standing up. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of the legs, just very lightly, and we're going to bring it up. Now, and we're going to, simulate kind of a walking motion. And since he is ambulatory, he can walk. It might be a little annoying for him. He's like, why are you playing with my legs? I don't need help.
You're a good boy.
But again, this is so that when he's not walking all the time, so his muscles don't waste away, so he keeps his strength, we're going to be using this range of motion. So we can go up to here, hold it for a few seconds, bring it back down, stretch it out. And it's passive range of motion, opposite from active. So active would be a totally different thing. So this is just passive, calm, and just in the normal ways that his leg would move. We're not going to pull it out backwards. We're not going to twist it or anything like that. Just simple passive range of motion. And you can do this again when he's outside,
Okay.
going out for his business and getting sunlight, or maybe after you come inside when he's about to lay down, you can do some exercises, might tire him out. He'll lay down calmly.
What about once the stitches come out? I know I'm going a little further, but what about swimming? Once the stitches are out,
I would say after the 2-month period.
Okay.
So after the 2-month
After 8
period
weeks.
is when we can start going on walks, and we can start meeting other dogs, and potentially it obviously depends on
But
how
the-
much he's healed.
Right, but don't you think, could water therapy be good for him?
As far as from what Dr. DePompa has recommended, we want to stay away from any sort of rehabilitation.
At all?
Right.
Okay,
Just the
gotcha.
actual rehab. I mean, we have rehab in-house,
Mhm.
and it can be very active, very
hmm
very challenging.
How does she pick him up? What's the best way to pick him
Yep.
up?
Both
So
places?
so there's a couple ways you can pick him up, and really the key is keeping his back straight and him comfortable.
Right.
So sometimes he's a little longer. I usually like to pick them up like footballs, kind of like, well, you can do a football, you can go like this. So I like to put my arm under him, then I extend my other arm like this. So he feels like he's standing up,
Mm-hmm.
and he's comfortable. He can sit here all day if he wanted to. So I'm supporting his entire body, not only with my chest, but with my arm over here. And he's sitting up and he's comfortable. I find that if you don't have this here, they kind of get uncomfortable. Their legs are dangling.
Right.
They kind of feel like they're in the air, and no dog really likes to be in the air. So this is one good way of picking him up and carrying him from place to place. Another would be, kind of like a baby, or just kind of cradling him again in a similar fashion. Hi. Hi. Yes.
It's amazing. Oh.
So really just back straight as possible. Let's say he's standing up, he's at the edge of the pen, you're going the opposite direction to take him outside. Well, you can come from above and, one under the chest, one under the abdomen, and then pick him up.
Okay.
You definitely want to feel like you have him, because
Yeah.
if he gets squirmy
Yeah.
and you're walking, So you definitely want to have that you're in control. Hi, gorgeous.
Look at that face.
I love you. I love you, love you, love you. You're so spoiled here. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves you.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I mean, we're all pet parents here. All the, technicians, the people in the front, the dog. We're all pet.
You guys
parents,
are so
we all take
compassionate.
care of these guys like
They're-
own. I mean,
that's
and
how
it's
we
true.
do.
It's honest.
You're a beautiful person. It's so refreshing.
Appreciate it.
Truthfully.
Just another day at work.
It's awesome. Awesome. Oh my goodness. This is just so amazing. This is so amazing.
And we're not totally done.
Right.
Obviously, we still have to go to the orthopedist and everything.
Right.
But hopefully,
Yeah.
everything
Hopefully
will
she'll say
turn out
just
well.
bed rest or whatever, cage rest.
So we'll see.
Oh my God. I love him so.
So is there?
I think I'm good. I think we
Is there maybe
went
anything
over
at home you have
everything.
Questions, possible scenarios, or anything you can really think
I
of?
don't think so, because I'm just gonna keep my other, anytime I get him out of the kennel, my other 3 dogs go in a room, so
Yeah.
there's no
no chance.
interaction, no nothing.
Yeah.
Gotta keep him safe.
And she works from home,
Yeah.
which is
that works
perfect.
out.
And she has an office where he's going to be staying with her. We're going to set up the crate.
Crate or pen, harness.
Yes.
Always leash welcome with the harness. Keep them comfy.
Yeah.
You need to be up all day with the meds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay
That's the
though.
part.
That's okay.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Can we give him a pain pill before we drive?
He's not due for one for another 4 hours.
I mean, a calming.
Oh yeah. Of
I'm
course.
sorry.
That's
Calming
okay.
is the one that.
Yeah. He loves pill pockets.
Great. What kind? Because there's all different kinds.
We use chicken ones.
Okay, great. We'll get a bunch of those too.
Yep, so right here, the trazodone is the main calming one.
Calming.
We can also use diazepam, but it's a little harder to get a hold of, so you might want to save that one.
So we'll try the Trazodone. Yeah, if you want to help me look with all these bottles.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
That's Tramadol.
Bobby
This
was
is it right here.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
pulled out.
Perfect.
Bobby was found in Liberty City during the hurricane. Either he got hit by a car or a large object, and we left him with a broken back.
What's your conceal on this?
What is it on in the hip? Is it his pelvis? No.
His pelvis?
Yeah, is it the pelvis that's cracked? That's well, not cracked, but is it making that crunchy noise?
I believe so.
Pelvis.
Something with his hips. and
Something with his hip.
interaction.
Okay, so we're gonna have to have that checked. So he just went through major surgery
Yeah, last Saturday.
last Saturday with Dr. DePompa, and this is Ethan.
Hi.
Ethan has been fantastic. Talk about it, just a beautiful, beautiful soul that loves and cares for animals, and
Yeah,
such a breath
just
of
turned
fresh
20,
air.
and-
20 years old you are?
Yeah, I just turned 20 and I am starting my bachelor's now, so I can go and be a doctor.
That's
So,
fantastic, Ethan. That is wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I've always.
You have
breastfeed
such
me and
a bedside manner too.
Yeah, you'll be very, very.
Very.
good.
my mother and I always rescued animals. As I was growing up, we
Yeah.
had all the dogs and cats in the neighborhood. Always took care of them and found homes for them and whatnot.
It's a little over what? Do you live in Miami?
I do. So yeah,
Jeez,
it's always something.
All the dogs I rescue, 99% are Miami. But anyway. I know. You were from Miami. You were Liberty City.
I'm gonna get a pill pocket.
Thank
Okay.
you,
and I'll pay
Ethan.
for this, and then should be set.
Awesome.
Great.
You can put this back. I have the half.
Fantastic. Stay. Stay. Hi. Hello, my sweetness. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do.
Don't get too excited.
You're going to be a
there, buddy.
good boy. You're going to be such a good boy. You're going to behave in the car for me. See, there he gets up.
Yeah, don't want him to.
No, no,
Run.
no. You got to stay calm. You got to stay calm.
Come here. Just
I think
a
with
kiss.
you laying down in the back seat while I'm driving,
Yeah.
I have the whole back down with the blankets and comforters.
Oh, I know.
He'll come down, and that pill will help too.
Yeah. Just getting him home, I'd rather him have
Yeah,
the pill.
the pill.
No. Honey.
How quick before that pill's gonna kick in? Not very fast, right?
Usually takes half an hour to an hour usually.
Ugh,
That's
the whole ride. That's the whole ride.
Man, he is good at taking that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he swallowed it whole.
Yeah.
Boy.
Good boy.
All right, buddy. We're gonna miss you. Stay.
Stay.
Jumping.
And I'm going to go pay the bill.
Okay. I'll stay right here.
Okay, you comfortable staying here? Okay. Guys, this is Amy, 100 Plus Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida, with our update with our sweetest Bobby. We need your help.